Good morning. So here I am. I think it's day 8. I think it is. It's hard to keep up with what day it even is. But so I'm here at Manatee State Park in Florida, and I'm just waking up. Actually, I'm on my, dare I say, fourth cup of coffee. There's something about camp coffee that's really special that I love. So I'm going to head down and see the manatee here in just a little bit, kayak with them a little bit later today. I am here for 3 days, and then I'm not sure where I'll go after this, but so I have to say, I started out 2 days ago, I think the 26th, well maybe that was yesterday, I can't even remember, but I hit a wall, and I really started to feel, I started to question, can I really do this for a year? I don't know that I can. I don't know that that's really the point. I mean, I will continue to do the journey of the wheel. I may end up landing somewhere, I don't know. But I hit a wall. And literally I was following GPS, and she said to turn left, and it happened to be left on a one-way street, and I almost had a head-on collision with somebody. And I pulled over and I just broke down, and I just started crying, and I'm like, what? Please just give me a sign. It was dark. I didn't know where I was going. I was just driving. I was actually looking for a campsite, and not 5 minutes later I came across, I did a U-turn to go back to this place. It was called the Fox Den. It was a little cottage, and it was for, there was little rooms that were for rent. And that was my sign, because the fox is a very special animal to me. So I do a U-turn, and I go back, and I call there's no one around, so I call the number on the website, and she says, well, I've already left for the day, but I just happened to have left one room unlocked, and you can rent that one. And we did it all on the phone. And that one room was number 11, which, as you guys know, is a very spiritual number. So I landed there for the night, and I regrouped and found that I needed to be, for some reason, Manatee State Park just kept coming to me. I was actually heading to the East Coast to go to this dolphin area. And the more I looked at it, the more I didn't want to go there, because they're in captivity, and I just didn't want to support that. And so Manatee State Park was 2 hours in the opposite direction of where I was heading. And so I came here yesterday, and again, I was having a really hard time last night. I have no reception here whatsoever, so when you get this video, it'll be later, because I can't upload from where I am. I can't even text anybody, really. But I got here, and last night it was tough. I haven't camped in a long time, and I just, all these families and friends are around me, and everybody's laughing and having a great time, and here I am by myself, and I just had that moment of, like, wow, I'm really alone. And in that moment of feeling sorry for myself, I heard something behind me, and I showed my light over there, and there's a little raccoon, and he just looked at me, and I thought, okay, I'm not alone. And that made it a little bit better, and I went to sleep. And I woke up to wrestling right behind my tent. So I get out and I look, and there's 3 deer that are surrounding my tent. And I thought, okay, I'm not alone. And this morning I woke up and I went out, and there were 4 deer right here in my campground. And there are people all around, and they're in my camp spot. 4 deer. And then this tree right behind my tent, there were, I don't know how many, but maybe 10 cardinals landed there. And then this little bird came down and started drinking water from the my tub that I had right here, and then these squirrels were playing in my little area here, and then all these turkey vultures. There's probably about 50 turkey vultures that started circling just above, and I just realized in that moment I absolutely am not alone, and this is what it is. It's about being able to see that and see that no matter where I am or what I'm doing, that I'm always surrounded by spirit, by my guides, and that I'm continually guided. And so as we go into this north direction, and north is all about introspection and being alone. I hear the squirrel right here. It's about being in that place of going inward and, taking yourself out of that external world to really be in your own solitude and to be in that space where you can really tap into that deep inner wisdom. And oftentimes we fight that because it's so uncomfortable. I know for me it's uncomfortable. I'm very much a people person. And then yet at the same time I get saturated by people. So it's like this dance that we have to do, that I have to do. And so right now, this morning, I was reflecting on that, about how going into the north direction, what do I want to get from that? What scares me about going inward? And, how can I tap into that deep inner wisdom that's within me right now, when that is so much of what I need. And now that we are in the north direction, that energy gets amplified. So the more inward I can go, the more that I will gain from that. And so that made it kind of, it gave me a different perspective on this time right now, to be able to use it to grow and go even deeper, even if it is uncomfortable, even if it is scary, and those fears pop up, and they always will. They have for me. No matter how much I do this work, I still have fears and blocks that come up. And that little bird is back. And so I take with this experience all these little signs that it's okay, that I'm not alone. And actually this guy came by my site today. He's still in his pajamas, and he saw my kayak, and he came over and started talking with me, and he's traveling solo also, and we talked for a good hour, and just really had that human connection of just talking about things more than just the weather, and that was nice. It was nice to see that there are people that kind of get sent my way also from my guides, and to give me that sense that we're all doing this together. So anyway, that's my morning rambling, and I'll certainly post some pictures of manatee later, and see what messages they have for me as well. So I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate that I'm in this space, and that there are people laughing all around me. And actually, let me unplug here. And yeah, so campsites have really changed since I last camped. Actually, I don't think I've ever, not in 30 years, have I ever camped in a place where there's like all this stuff going on. But so as you can hear, there are kids everywhere. But there's my little tent, and yeah, so it's interesting. And even more interesting to me is all the wildlife that seems to congregate here at my campground, my campsite, and in the midst of all of these people. So, and I'm gonna see what this little guy is. Somebody is not very happy, this little squirrel. So, all right, you guys, thanks for holding the space for me while I do this. Bye.